There's a lot of people that glamorize being able to speak more than one language, being bilingual, trilingual, polylingual, or polyglot, that's what it's called. A lot of people glamorize this. They act like you have to be a genius, and they act like they are a genius if they're able to speak more than one language. And you can take it from me, as I speak 2 languages. I speak my native language, English. I speak Mandarin Chinese at a very fluent level, and I'm intermediate at Japanese. And I could tell you that you don't have to be that smart to be bilingual. What does it really take? It takes a lot of persistence. When you start learning the language, there's a lot of hurdles. There's the new set of sounds that the language has, a completely new set of words, a different structure to how the language operates, different grammar patterns, different ways of thinking. All these different things added together is a big hurdle. But if you put enough time into it, you'll get there. I don't think there's anyone who is at least has some, if you're able to speak one language, I'll say you're able to speak 2 or 3. It's just a matter of time. If you're a human who has the ability to speak your native language, you can get a 2nd, 3rd, 4th in there. Once you get past that, maybe it's hard to be fully fluent, but I think any person is able to speak a couple of languages fluently. And it's actually kind of like that meme. If you know that meme where it's a bell curve, it's the dumb people and the smart people are more in alignment than the average people. But normally that has a negative connotation about the people in the middle. But I think language learning sometimes is the opposite. They are the ones who have it the easiest to learn. Because maybe if you're not very smart, you're on the dumb end of the bell curve in that meme, you would be placed together with the super smart people. But you guys are the ones who it's actually hard to learn languages. Because I think, obviously, if you're not as intelligent, it's going to be a little harder for you to learn a language. It'll take you longer. I still think you can do it, but it'll take you longer. And smart people, what I think is their difficulty is they're used to everything coming super easily and quickly. Maybe when they're in school, throughout their life, things come quickly. So they get frustrated. Why is language learning different? And it starts to make them kind of disassociate from their personality, where they know they're a smart person, but why can't they get this new language under their belt quicker? Why can they not master it as quickly as they want to? But the people who are average, I think, they know they're not the smartest people ever. So they're willing to accept when things take a little longer than they need to, but they still have enough aptitude to learn the language in a decent amount of time. So that's my 2 cents about learning a language. I don't think you need to be as smart as you think. It's just the roadblocks of it taking you maybe a decade to completely master the language to where you want it to be. And whenever you face difficulties, just persevering through these difficulties. So having persistence, perseverance, these are the most important things. And for those of you who like to learn languages, as I assume you do because you're watching this video, I have realized that Anki, many of you might be familiar with it. It's the language learning software, or really learning for anything software, but it's based on the fundamentals of spaced repetition. Well, I have realized that it's kind of a monotonous tool to use, and I've created something I think is better. So in my bio, in the description actually of this video, you can see an app that I've created, a web app, and essentially it takes into account spaced repetition principles. So you are learning based on the science at the most optimum times. You're reviewing your keywords But instead of Anki, where it's a set in stone flashcard that you created, I've made it so you're chatting with an AI assistant, and via chatting, the AI assistant will use the words that you have due naturally within the conversation. So I've made it a lot more dynamic. You are learning the language in a dynamic spatial repetition method, except you're still getting all those words in there, and it's in a more natural, immersive environment. So if you want to try it out, just click the link in the description or go to fluentspace.app. And thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.